Hi friends and welcome. I'm Ann, bringing you the homeschooling lifestyle, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about a game that we recently purchased called Dragonwood. It's a game from Gamewright. If you're familiar with them, they have a lot of fantastic games. Dragonwood is a game of dice and daring. It's intended for players 8 years and older. Gameplay is approximately 20 minutes. And it's for 2 to 4 players. And we've really enjoyed this one as we've added it to our collection of games. So I'll unbox it here for you. The directions, we've got 3 pages, front and back. But it's not a lot of detail to learn. It's pretty straightforward. And that's good, I like them that way. So in this game, we've got 2 decks of cards, and this deck of cards, there are, I should have sorted them before we got into this. Poor planning on my part, huh? So, in this deck, we've got green cards. So these are all the green Dragonwood deck. And we've got green cards that are, you're trying to win these cards. They all have a point value that you're trying to accumulate points, and the way you win them is shown here at the bottom. The different ways of, different combinations of cards that you've collected determine the total point value of the dice you're going to roll. I know it makes no sense. It will. We'll get there. There are these, still with the green Dragonwood deck, there are these purple cards, and these are enhancements. So when you win these cards, they might give you extra abilities, extra powers. Some of them you keep through completely through the rest of the game, and some of them are only worth 1 turn. So you want to watch that. So that's what those are. And then, still in the green deck, the Dragonwood deck, we have these orange cards, and these are cards that when they turn up, they apply to all players. So it could be all players draw 2 cards. All players must discard 1 adventure card. Remove all enhancements in the landscape and replace with new cards. Or all players pass 1 adventure card to the right. So those apply to everybody. And there's actually 2 more cards in here. What we're ultimately aiming for are the dragon cards. And you want these to win these 2 cards because they're worth the most points. 6 and 7 points each. The rest of them are 1, 2, 3, or 4 points. You can win without the dragon. That's going to be harder. And once both dragon cards have been won by the players, that's the end of the game. So, that's that. So those are those. Then we have the red deck. These are adventure cards. And these, the players are just drawing. You don't have to do anything except draw them. There are different colors. One more. Oh, there's that one too. There we go. So there are 5 different colors, and those are suits. It's just like suits in a regular deck of cards. And then they all have a different number on them. They go 1 through 12. Yeah. So you've got different colors and different numbers. 1 through 12. And then in this deck also, there are 4 Lucky Ladybug cards. And whoever draws this card puts it in the discard pile and draws 2 more cards. So it's just a bonus. So that's fun. Okay, so how does the gameplay go? To start with, these 2 cards are just the summary cards of how to play your turn. So I'll just read it really quickly. On each turn, you can either reload, which means drawing another card off the deck to add to your hand, or capture. And this is where capturing is where you play your adventure cards to capture Dragonwood cards from the green ones over here. For capturing cards, you're going to announce whether you will strike, stomp, or scream. What does that mean? So back over here on these cards, if you're going to strike, which means you're laying down adventure cards that the numbers are sequential, you have to roll 7 on the dice, cumulative. If you're going to stomp, which means all the same color cards, regardless of my mistake, stomp is all the same number cards, regardless of color. You need 6 points on the dice, and scream is all the same color cards, regardless of number, and to win this one, you would have to roll a 9 on the dice. I know, it's still not making sense. We'll get there. There are 6 dice. We've played this game probably more than 6 times, maybe not 10. Yesterday, we noticed for the first time that these are special dice. There are no 5s or 6s. So there's 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 on that one. Yeah, they're all like that. So they all have 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. So if you're counting on a 5 or a 6, you're not gonna get good luck. So that's that. Okay, so the basic play of the game is, you go over here, you go in there. We shuffle all of these together quickly. Split it in half, and then shuffle the 2 dragon cards into the bottom. That's just so that they don't get captured quickly. So we'll do that. I thought it was still a dragon on top. Okay, so that goes on the bottom. So then we lay it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna forget that's up there. There, 5. Those go there. And then each player gets 5 cards. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. And those go there. I'm not actually playing with anybody, so that doesn't matter. So I'm going to show you my cards. I like to put them in numerical order. 9, 7, 6, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2. Okay, so on my turn, I have 4 that are in sequential order. And sequential order is a strike, according to this card. So that would mean to win the ogre, who's worth 5 points, I would have to roll a 12 on strike. To win the witch, which is 4 points, I'd have to have a 10 on strike. The giggling goblin is only worth 2, so I'd only need a 7 for strike. And the crazy bat is only worth 1, so that's a 4 for strike. So that would be the easiest win. There's also the ghost disguise out here, which is 8 points on the dice for strike. The ghost disguise would add 2 points to any scream. So this would last me for the entire game, and it adds 2 points to every dice roll that I do as a scream. A scream is where I play all the same color cards on my turn. Is this making sense? It's a lot to take in, isn't it? That's all right. So I'm going to try for this one. I'll just show you how it works. So to win this one, the least points is a stomp, but I'm going to do for a strike. So I have to roll 8 points on the dice to win this first strike. So on my turn, a strike means the numbers are in sequential order. So I've got 4 cards for a strike. So for the 4 cards, I get to use 4 dice, and I need to roll at least 8 points to win the ghost disguise. So here we go. That figures. Okay. So I've got 3 and 2, which is 5, and 2, which is 7, and 2 is 9. Yay! So I get to keep this one, and it turns face down in front of me. These all get discarded up here, and we turn up a new card for the landscape. It's an orange card. It says all players must discard 1 adventure card. So all the players would discard an adventure card. I only have 1 left, so that's my last adventure card. The adventure cards are red, so it goes there. So I'm done with my turn. That goes over there. This one goes on the discard pile, and we turn up a new one for the adventure pile. It is a wild boar, which is worth 3 points. So now the other players are going to go with their turns. I don't have any adventure cards, so for my turn I'm going to reload. I'm reloading my hand, so I just draw a card. I say reload and draw, so I draw. So I got a blue 12. Go around, reload. I got a red 11. Go around, reload. 10. This is really weird, they're in order. I did not stack the deck, you watched me shuffle it. Okay, and now I've drawn a lucky ladybug. So she goes in the discard pile, and I draw 2 more. So there's a 9 and a 1. I'll go around again. I can hold up to 9 cards in my hand. If I draw and it makes to 10, then I have to immediately discard 1. So I'm going to go ahead and keep drawing. See what else we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I've actually got a pretty good hand here. I've got 2 11s and an 8. I've got some options here. I've got 4 blue cards in all the same color. Again, according to this, means a scream. And then I also have sequentially 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5. So I have 4 for a scream or 5 for a strike. So I'm going to look up here. What I really want to do is win the Angry Ogre, which is 5 points. And he is 12 on the dice for the strike or 14 for the scream. And I have a 2-point card on the scream, which makes it 12. So I could do either the strike or the scream. And I have more strike cards because that's where they're in sequential order. But I'm going to do the scream. So the scream is all the same color. So I'm going to play those up there. I'm going to tell everybody on my turn, I'm going to do a scream for the Angry Ogre, and I'm going to use my Ghost Disguise card. So instead of 14, I only have to get 12 using 4 dice. Fingers crossed. Ooh, I got 4. I've got 9. I've got 3 3s, which are 9, plus 4 is 13. Yes! I did it. I won. So, these, my Ghost Disguise I keep, and I get the Angry Ogre. All of the ones I played for the screen go in the discard pile, and I keep these for my next turn. So we just keep going around and around like that, winning cards. See, here's another orange one that came up on the landscape. This one says remove all enhancements in the landscape with new cards. So that'll go there. On here, we don't actually have any enhancements. The enhancements are like my Ghost Disguise, where it gives us extra powers. We don't have those out here, so it doesn't matter, and we'll just put this one up here. Now see, I've drawn one, but that's the next one up, so that's okay. This enhancement says Silver Sword, add 2 points to any strike. So it gives you extra powers. So that's how it goes along. Every time we've played, we've gone all the way through this pile and then we shuffle it, and then we start going through it again. So that's totally okay. If we get all the way through this pile twice, even without the 2 dragons coming up, the game is over. So there's 2 ways to end the game. Either both dragons or go through the deck twice. At the end of the game, everybody takes their cards. So let's say I have won all of these. So I have 4 cards. And I'm going to add up my points. So I've got 1 and 5 is 6, and 2 is 8, and 4 is 12. That gives me 12 points. And my partner had 5 cards. He gets a bonus 3 points because he has the most cards, not points. So then he adds that 3 points to his point value, and that final point value is what we compare for the winner. Does that make sense? It's really a great fun game. It goes quickly. Like I said, even with 4 players, it's only about a 20-minute game, so it goes really, really quickly. There's a lot of math, there's a bit of strategy, a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just, we really, really enjoy it. So do you have Dragonwood? Have you played it? I would love to hear what you think of it in the comments below. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time.